All right, this is Jacob with JetSki Brothers, and I have my very first seadoo project here, and I'm gonna double the horsepower immediately before I even ride it.
Wait, how are you gonna do that?
We're gonna engine swap this thing.
And what's it gonna do?
Double the horsepower.
This is a 1994 Sea-Doo XP. Got this thing for free. Doesn't have an engine in it. And so I'm gonna swap something into it. It'll be cool, maybe a little different.
Ooh, and over here is another seadoo XP that has come across hard times. Check it out. It's got a nice ride plate on there. So I'm gonna put that on this project. I think it says it's a quad fin. So, all right, here's our custom drive shaft right here for this project. Maybe you guys can tell, give you an idea what kind of engine we're putting in. All right, this is where we're getting the 1200 for the Sea-Doo XP. So, that's right. The Wave Blaster 2 is donating its heart for science. Now we got our engine. It took a lot of heat to get this thing off, and I did really make the crank seal bad by putting that much heat on there, but I got the coupler off, but it needs a new crank seal. So I could have stopped what I was doing and waited till next weekend to work on this thing again, order some crank seals in the mail. No, I took some from that green Wave Blaster with a blown up engine. So I got a crank seal off a blown up engine, and it's going on there. This takes forever if you don't have a gun. Let's make sure to use the proper torquing order.
I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Jacob knows he's doing it wrong, but he doesn't care.
Okay, we're gonna torque these to the spec that you use when you can't find your torque wrench, the tightness that you want. This here is my mock-up hole. I'm gonna use this to mock up my engine. Right here, we have the 1200. This is a Kawasaki coupler. And so I have one of these bored and tapped out to fit on this Yamaha. And then for the Sea-Doo, yeah, there's usually a splined end that goes into the back of the Sea-Doo engine. But this, I just have that threaded to put a Kawasaki coupler on there. You would think that I would be using either Sea-Doo or Yamaha, but it just seems like it works out best for me to use Kawasaki. This here bar was right here, so I had to cut this here bar off, and it was really in the way for this engine to sit properly. So now that I have the bar cut out, now I'm gonna stick this engine on the testing jig. There is a crane in this garage, but there's a LS engine that is kind of sitting on in the way of it. But, ooh, ugh. Maybe this is where I need a helper. No, I'm doing it by myself. I have it. We're not hitting anything on the back. We put something on the front. It looks like it's the engine mount. Is keeping the front end high. This looks like right there we need to notch it out. Right there we need to notch it out. And I believe on the bottom, I think we're all right. My idea for these engine mounts is we're gonna notch these out on both sides and then get the engine set where it needs to be. And then just weld a bar from the front to back that is, bolted to the engine mounts. Would be a lot more difficult to do this inside of a ski. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. All right. Here I have the engine in the position that I kind of want it in. Drive couple is lined up all right. Goal is just weld the plate and it should line up. I'm the best welder who's ever lived. I like that that caught on fire. Only an intelligent person would do that. Jacob, you're really smart and good at welding. Yeah, buddy, I know. Oh, heck yes. If it fits horribly, that is not going to be good. I don't know, yeah, it seems okay. I would say if I didn't have a mock-up ski, this would really, really suck to do. I have to try to take the pump out of this thing, and I got a little bit snagged up, and I didn't know how to get it out, but I just looked up this method on the internet. So we've got our 2x4 here. Apparently, we just bolt this into the back of the pump and hammer down. Maybe we'll total this whole project and we'll be screwed. Maybe we need another spacer. I think they might be bottomed out. Maybe. I knew it would be harder than on the videos, but... So I've been prying at this thing with the board, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't. And then I got it at a weird angle, and I broke the end of the steering cable off, which really sucked. These Sea-Doo pumps, they are heavy. This thing feels like it's made out of steel. I think they put oil, not grease. I don't know, but I'll show you right now why I took it off. So right here, this is the exhaust exit. It's pretty small. This is the exit size that it comes with. So now I've got room to cut out, and this one will go in here. Back there like that. Okay, we got a little cardboard template. Now I just got to trace a spot in there. And there is the back. It's in. Sucked to put in. It's in. There we go. Probably used too much silicone, but I just don't want it to leak. And if it looks like crap, no one's ever gonna see it. Here we got a little test fit going with the mock-up engine. That pipe is tight. We're gonna have to grind a little bit of material here. I can't remember if I can get the tip over. Well, yeah, maybe I can do something like, well, I'll have to do something weird probably. I could probably get another water box too. Yeah, whatever. The water box is the easy part. Okay, I got the Sea-Doo rolled into my area where I'm going to be working on it for the next little while. A little bit of a clearance move there around the pipe. Obviously that would suck to do when the engine's already in there. So yeah, I think now I'm gonna pressure wash it
and put the engine in. Okay, it's all cleaned up. Not real clean. It's a lot cleaner than it was. Anybody use petted oil? Is that a real thing or is it a joke? This thing is actually a pretty light hull. A full tank of gas in it, no engine and no pump. The pump itself is super heavy. It's made out of brass or something. But like, this feels quite light to me. I think this is lighter than a B2 blaster, probably heavier than a B1. So, there's that for you. The intake manifold is off, the exhaust, that part is off, the head's off. I believe I need all that off to be able to get it contorted into the ski. Also, it makes it a lot lighter, so I'm thinking it probably only weighs like 80 pounds now, so putting this in there all by myself. What do you think, Milo? Do we need to even put an engine in? No. Oh, you finding the good stuff in there? I guess we're not gonna need these. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I guess that's how you do it. Alright, I've recruited Josh here, and check out this Jet or Die t-shirt from vintagejetski.com.
Been wearing this for a week.
Yeah?
Straight.
Looks
I haven't
gorgeous.
Taken it off. Only
Yep.
take it off to brush my teeth.
But I hope you guys saw Josh's vintage jet ski shirt. The vintage JetSki Brothers promo code, that still works. For some reason, I thought about putting that in by myself, but I recruited Josh, and we're gonna slam this baby in there. Oh. Are you okay? That looks all right. We'll see how the stator cover fits on there, but yeah, with none of the crap bolted up, it looks like we actually have a ton of room. Right here, I carved it out. Look at this. I'm tightening the engine mount down. I'm so glad that I had the foresight to give myself some wrench swing room. That really makes this nice. Okay, so the engine is in and it's coming along. I'm having difficulty figuring out a way to make this transition to here. I think I'm gonna either have to cut the end of this off and make a custom snout that kind of goes in the right place here, or my new idea is to take this purple thing, which is I think the stock one out of one of these, and chop it like right here and put a couple of giant exit tubes on it. Okay, so chopped it in half. This is what's inside. I think I'm just gonna drill a bunch of holes in this and then call it good for the inside, and yeah, that, and then weld a bigger tip. I think that'll work at least better than no water box at all. So that's what I'm going for. As long as it works better than no water box, I'm happy. Dumb cars. This is what I've come up with. So this actually should line up really good. It's gonna be a shorty. It's gonna be great. Okay, we're gonna go weld that thing up. I'm gonna put some Obama era gas in my truck from the Sea-Doo. You know, gas is expensive right now, and maybe because my truck's blue, maybe it'll still run. Oh, it starts. Ooh, service engine soon. Check it out. I did that. Oh yeah, let's go. Anyway, this should be just enough gas to get us down the road to Josh's place. Okay, well, we made it to Josh's house. The used jet ski gas worked. And there we have. This is a, they're here too. This is a 1200 or a $1,200 water box. Can't remember which, but they're about the same. Just to give you a little size comparison here. I can't remember, did I show you the holes I accidentally drilled through the outside? Well, that's what it looks like there. I can't remember if I showed you. The only reason that I did that is because I'm an idiot. What do you think, Josh?
I want you to drill holes in my jet ski.
We can probably make that happen. Look at that. Look at that. That's like good right there. Some of this looks good. Okay, I impressed myself. I know I'm not all about, like, I don't need to impress people on the internet with how good at welding I am, but like, okay, I don't know where we were when the camera died, but I finished the welding, and check it out. Here's a nice little size difference for you. This turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Not a great welder, but some of this stuff looks okay. But yeah, some spots I got a little cocky and went through the metal, and I had to make a bigger old booger weld to get it going back again. Who cares? Gosh, just the size difference of this. I like it. Check it out. Safety blue. I don't think it's gonna leak because that's a safety color. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's take this. Right. Very nice. I like that the end of the steering cable isn't broken off. Okay, there's more bolts than I thought in this thing. Let's just take the whole thing. No reason not to. We'll just put the whole thing on there. Or maybe the nozzle's not the same. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah. We'll put that thing on there. Oh yes. So I don't know if I told you. Got the new impeller put on this thing. I think it's a 1226 maybe. Really tall. Okay, let's see how this baby lines right up. Does it? Oh my gosh, it's not the same. Well, it looks like it bolts up, but it's, I don't know if those holes up there line up. Okay, well, looks like we gotta swap the nozzle. Okay, no, we're not changing the nozzle. We're using this one. It's too difficult, and it's the same. It's close enough. Gosh, I tried to get the ride plate off this Sea-Doo. Very difficult. Did not know, but yeah, there's a reason they just do little ride plate extensions. That ride plate is on there. Sick. It's been so windy the past couple of days. I've assembled a couple more things. The handlebar cover I took off and basically it disintegrated into a million pieces. I rolled up the handlebars facing forward, so it's a little bit less of like a steering wheel replaced with handlebars, and it feels maybe tilted forward, maybe more like a motorcycle or a bicycle. I don't know if you guys even understand what I just said, but there she is. Was able to find a throttle cable that worked pretty good. Little Yamaha finger throttle. I think I got some Yamaha grips on here. That'd be kind of cool.
Hey Josh, come on over here. I'm about to start this thing up.
Jacob just called me to let me know he's firing up the Sea-Doo for the first time, and I definitely want to see that, so I'm heading over there right now.
This thing sounds mean.
Yeah, I tell you.
It sounds
I was
cool.
man, I wonder what that water box that I made sounds like. And
She sounds nasty.
yeah.
So
there
look
is-
inside.
I got a hair bit of tinkering to do because one of these carburetors is leaking for some reason, and I've been screwing around with it a little bit. But it seems like it runs perfect. So, like, we're basically there,
So the build portion of this is done.
pretty much.
So wow, if we had some weather, we could get it out there. The reason this is cool is we have a 1200 Yamaha 3-cylinder into a Sea-Doo XP, so that's a lot more horsepower than this thing had stock.
It was a 657, now it's a 1200.
So before, 657 would have been 70 horsepower,
Yeah, something like that.
and the 1200 is 100 and
They say
20?
it's 135.
30. Oh, jeez, it's gonna be sweet.
Is it really? Who knows? But the engine does fit in there quite well. Yeah.
So it's like the 3-cylinder Yamaha version of the Sea-Doo 951. So it's got that three banger like sickness and like
yeah,
more cooler. Everybody knows that the 3-cylinders sound way more cool.
they do. My hope was for this to feel kind of like in between a Wave Blaster and a GP 1200. It kind of looks a little bit like a GP 1200 in a way.
So let's just put it out there. Do you guys want to see this out on the water, or should Jacob just sell it off to somebody and we'll never see it again?
Yeah, we have the the 95 XP. We don't need to even have this. Just get rid of this immediately.
Yeah. The 94, so the hull is not as good as the 95.
And who thinks that this is an abomination to Sea-Doo?
If you guys want to see this thing out on the water, make sure to drop a thumbs up on the video. And also, what would you want to see us race this against?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section.
Bob, we want to see it race against Bob.
I think this will beat Bob.
Why did you start working on this before you finished Bob? We'll tell them it took me about a month total to finish to end to get this to where it's at right now. So that seems like a pretty short amount of time for. I had to make a bit of stuff for this thing, but it went together rather quickly. So if you want to see more of our Sea-Doo video content, click wherever it is on the screen.
I think I'm going to put it right over here.
All right, and my name is Jacob, and I hate you. Goodbye. No, don't put that in. That was just what the director told me to say.
I was giving Jacob like an example of how to close out the video.
His example was, my name is Jacob, I hate you, goodbye. So, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.